A madman fired round after round after round into the country music concert crowd on the Vegas Strip Sunday night. Here's what we know. 23 weapons were found in Stephen Paddock's room at the Mandalay Bay Hotel. Police found 19 more at his home. Explosives and thousands of rounds of ammunition found as well. Investigators say they believe the weapons were purchased legally. Let's bring in Nevada Attorney General Adam Laxalt. First of all, I'll get to the guns in a moment. I really, Attorney General, want to focus in on this woman companion. She's in Asia right now. A lot of people asking, why couldn't the United States just go get her for the investigation?
The FBI is working on that, and there's been cooperation there, and they'll be able to update you on that very soon.
Oh, good. Okay. I know that she's in Asia. She went from the Philippines, or rather from Hong Kong to the Philippines. Here's one last bit of reporting that I want to ask you about. Stephen Paddock reportedly wired $100,000 to her and her family in the Philippines a week before his rampage. What questions, as Attorney General, would you be asking right now?
Well, it's an ongoing investigation. That's new information, and I'm not going to comment on those details right now.
All right, I got it. Let's move on. Democrats like Senator Chuck Schumer are calling for new gun legislation nationally. I'm curious, could you describe Nevada's gun laws compared to, say, the rest of the country? How would you describe them?
Well, I'm standing right in front of the horrific scene of what we experienced just 2 nights ago. I've been in the command center since yesterday at 1 a.m. till late last night, and we're working very hard as a city and a state to deal with one of the worst tragedies we can imagine. So, I don't think talking about gun issues right now is the right time. We're really working on a really challenging and unprecedented issue for our city and our state, and I could tell you that working alongside law enforcement and the FBI over the last 24 hours, it's just amazing the work that's going on to try to process this scene, to try to make sense of it. But the bottom line is there is evil in the world, and this man, 64-year-old man, that about 60 minutes from here, from a small town of about 15,000 or so people, decided to do this horrific, terrible act on a lot of innocent civilian people.
And you bring it right back to what matters, and I so appreciate that. We're hitting news points with you, and you remind us that the greatest point of the news is the humanity in all of this. Do you have, at this point, I know the president is coming tomorrow, do you have something that you'll ask this president for?
Well, I did speak to the president on the phone yesterday along with the sheriff, and like was covered in your last segment, he offered help. They want to be helpful, and we really appreciate his message, the message of unity and us trying to pull together to get through such a horrific situation. And he has given a lot of assets. The FBI has been absolutely remarkable. They've got many folks they got on the ground immediately, many more coming, and those assets to help the Attorney General's office and Las Vegas Metropolitan Police to process a scene that really is unprecedented has been incredibly helpful for our great state.
Yeah, we remind everybody that in addition to the survivors, that the investigation is tasked with talking with as many of that 22,000 strong crowd as they possibly can, and that is a massive crime scene. The Attorney General from the great state of Nevada, thank you for your time. We pray for Nevada.